Hello, everyone. Today's article is titled The Beef with Tariffs. It tells the story of Chicago's Illinois Bar and Grill, famous for its massive burgers, now struggling with rising beef costs. This case links local dining choices to global trade policies and food supply challenges. Let's pause for a moment before we move into the article. We'll watch a short clip related to today's topic. As you watch, think about what ideas or questions it brings to mind.
We give you a quantity and quality in the same. Even if the price goes up a little bit, we will never go down on our portions. We always have a big portions, and that's what people like. And we're trying to keep it this way.
Now that we've seen the clip, let's take a step back. Before we dig into the details, it helps to explore a broader idea behind the story. This will guide how we understand what follows. Building on this broader perspective, let's focus on the theme of food, trade, and resilience. What seems like a simple burger is shaped by global supply chains, tariffs, and weather patterns. When prices surge, restaurants must decide between raising costs, reducing portions, or innovating. Food is never just about taste, it reflects politics, economics, and culture. Understanding these connections shows us why even a meal can reveal the pressures of globalization. Should restaurants maintain portion sizes even if ingredient prices rise significantly? Portion size is more than just a number on a plate. It symbolizes trust and consistency. Customers return to a restaurant because they know what to expect. The same taste, the same size, the same quality. Maintaining that promise, however, becomes difficult when global forces drive up costs. In Chicago, Illinois Bar and Grill vows to keep its massive burgers unchanged, but that decision carries risks. Higher costs could cut profits or force price hikes that alienate budget-conscious diners. On the other hand, shrinking portions can feel like betrayal, especially when traditions are central to a restaurant's identity. The challenge is to strike a balance, exploring alternatives like local sourcing, menu diversification, or even creative marketing. Ultimately, portion size reflects a restaurant's philosophy. Is it about survival at any cost, or about preserving trust even under pressure? Each choice sends a message about values that go far beyond food. Now, to understand this article better, we need to familiarize ourselves with key vocabulary. We'll go over 3 important expressions, learn their meanings, and see them in action with example sentences. Let's start with contraction. It means a decrease in size, amount, or number. In the article, analysts note a contraction in the U.S. cattle herd, the smallest since 1973. Here is an example. The contraction of the housing market has slowed new construction projects. Next, we have upheaval. It refers to a sudden and significant change that causes disruption or trouble. The article mentions global trade upheaval affecting beef supplies. Here is an example. The country experienced political upheaval after the sudden resignation of its leader. Finally, let's look at stalwart. It describes someone or something that is loyal, reliable, and hardworking. The Illinois Bar and Grill is portrayed as a stalwart institution in Chicago's food scene. Here is an example. She has been a stalwart supporter of the charity for over a decade. Now that we've explored the main themes and vocabulary, let's reinforce our understanding with a summary dictation exercise. Listen carefully and fill in the blanks. Chicago's Illinois Bar and Grill, famous for its massive 13-ounce burgers, now faces rising beef costs amid a shrinking U.S. cattle herd and new 50% tariffs on Brazilian imports. Manager Olga Denton vows to preserve size and freshness, but supply shortages and global trade disruptions threaten stability. With beef prices expected to rise worldwide, even South Korea could feel the impact through higher costs for burgers and bulgogi. Let's check the answers and review what each word means. The first answer is massive. It means very large and impressive in size. The second answer is shrinking. It means becoming smaller in size or amount. The third answer is vows. It means makes a serious promise or commitment. The fourth answer is disruptions. It refers to interruptions or disturbances in normal operations. The fifth answer is impact. It means a strong effect or influence on something. Well done, everyone! We've explored how tariffs, supply shortages, and global trade affect something as ordinary as a burger, and we've learned vocabulary to explain these pressures. This article shows us that even local dining reflects global systems and policies. So here's a question to reflect on. What strategies could restaurants use to reduce the impact of global beef shortages on consumers? We'll revisit this in our next review session. Until then, keep reflecting and take care.